Welcome back to AG Chelsea TV. Join us to find out the latest news about Chelsea in the past 24 hours. Please subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss daily news about Chelsea, and we'll start right now. Ben Chilwell sends message after first minutes of season. Ben Chilwell came on at halftime for Chelsea against Barrow and was even trusted with the captain's armband, receiving a huge round of applause from the home fans after making his long-awaited return to the pitch. The 27-year-old put in a solid display as he helped keep a clean sheet, making 3 tackles and creating 2 chances before being acknowledged by Chelsea fans at the end of the game. The former Leicester man was heavily linked with a move away from Chelsea in the summer window, but failed secure an exit after being placed in Maresca's infamous bomb squad, the group of players exiled from the team after being told they were not in the Italians' plans. But after returning to the fold for Chelsea, Chilwell expressed his delight as he made a tribute to the supporters after playing 45 minutes, writing on Instagram, "Missed nights at the bridge in front of you guys," using a blue heart emoji alongside a picture of him saluting the crowd. Chilwell will be hopeful of picking up more minutes until at least January, when another opportunity to leave may arise. With the Blues still involved in plenty of competitions, including the UEFA Conference League, Maresca spoke about Chilwell before the game and admitted he was part of a group of players that he could not give too many minutes to, but said the Barrow game was a chance for them to impress. "I think so. Hopefully we can give him some minutes," Maresca said. "The idea for him was to leave. In the moment that he's here, he's one of the squad, he's training. He will be in the squad tomorrow and hopefully we can give him some minutes. They are players that train every day very good, but unfortunately I cannot give them chances. All the players that are not getting so many chances, tomorrow is a good chance for them to get minutes and to hopefully win a game." Enzo Maresca requests Bayer Leverkusen wonderkid as Chelsea send scouts. Bayer Leverkusen under-19s midfielder Francis Onyeka is being scouted by Chelsea after Enzo Maresca pinpointed the youngster as a possible addition, Football Transfers can reveal. The 17-year-old has already caught the eye of several Premier League clubs, with the Blues and Tottenham being huge admirers. According to sources close to Maresca, we are informed that the Italian had scouts also watching him while he was in charge at Leicester City. For Chelsea, meanwhile, the wonderkid fits their blueprint of bringing the world's best young footballers to Stamford Bridge. Onyeka is a product of Bayer Leverkusen's youth academy, and he has been called up for Germany under-18s on several occasions. The versatile midfielder can operate as a central attacking midfielder, or left winger. Onyeka's strengths include precise passing, incredible vision, and excellent link-up play, something which has impressed Maresca. In April it was reported via Kicker that Bayer will now invest heavily in bringing through young academy players. There is a feeling that the club would be better served bringing in potential future first-team players rather than footballers who directly strengthen the first 11. Despite being reigning Bundesliga champions, the club feel that they cannot compete financially with England and the multi-club ownership models in the Premier League. Simon Rolfs, the club's director, said, "That is why it is important to train good players in our own academy or sign them at the age of 16, like Florian Wirtz." Another player who is highly regarded at the club is Onyeka, and Bayer will fight tooth and nail to keep him at the Bay Arena. Moises Caicedo ranked the best under-23 footballer. Moises Caicedo's strong start to the season has not gone unnoticed, with the CIES, International Centre for Sports Studies, naming him the best under-23 player in the world. Caicedo has already taken up a leadership role at Chelsea, even captaining the side when Enzo Fernandez is unavailable. He has started all of Chelsea's first 5 games of the season, barely missing a beat, and building on his performances from last season when he truly came into his own. Signed from Brighton for a record-breaking fee, it took him some time to find his rhythm, but those who doubted him are now reconsidering their views due to his impressive form this season. The former Brighton man has made more tackles than any other player in the Premier League this season, and his tactical flexibility allows him to execute complex instructions effectively. Against Crystal Palace, it was Caicedo who slotted into the defensive line to form a back 3 when Chelsea had possession. When Malo Gusto got injured, he shifted to right back, and he has also played as a deep-lying midfielder and in central midfield, adapting seamlessly to Chelsea's tactically fluid system. Asked why the team keeps alternating tactics after the win against Barrow, Maresca told London World, "Of course it's work, but we always do that because we take into consideration how the opposition is set up. But the general idea is to create an overload and give the player on the ball more than just one option to pass." Chelsea have been unbeaten since their opening day defeat to Manchester City, and they will be hoping to continue their fine form when a tricky Brighton side visits Stamford Bridge this weekend. Behdad Eghbali desperate for Mykhailo Mudryk to succeed. An impressive start to the Premier League campaign was matched with a dominant 5-0 win over Barrow in the Carabao Cup last night. The fixture allowed a number of the fringe players at the club their chance to impress Enzo, who rotated heavily ahead of a busy run of games. The entire new-look attack contributed to at least a goal, with Christopher Nkunku stealing the headlines with a superb hat-trick. Pedro Neto also opened his account for the club, finishing off a great move and assist from Mykhailo Mudryk. The Ukrainian has slipped down the pecking order this season after the signings of Neto and Jadon Sancho, and it was even claimed was playing for his future last night. There is still hope that the big money signing works out though, with that being led by owner Behdad Eghbali. According to TalkSport, Eghbali is just one of the figures at Chelsea who is desperate for things to work out for the winger. Mudryk has certainly not had things his own way since making the move to Stamford Bridge. He was described as frustrating last season. There have been reports that the Blues have considered cutting their losses on the Ukraine international when the transfer window opens again, with Marseille one of the sides interested in him. Their manager, Roberto De Zerbi, is a massive fan of Mudryk and has previously tipped him to go right to the top of the game. The big price Chelsea paid for the winger is likely to be weighing on their mind before making a decision on his future. However, it does feel as if he is playing for his place at the club for future seasons, with competition never really being stronger out on the wings. And that's the final content of today's video. Please subscribe and turn on notifications to not miss daily news about Chelsea.